Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Shimere, and today's video is definitely going to be something different. Today I'm going to be letting you know my experience from beginning to end getting the COVID-19 vaccine. I got the Pfizer vaccine, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I felt like when I got the first shot and then when I got the second shot, and the difference between the two and how I felt. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, make sure you just keep on watching. Alrighty, you guys, so I just wanted to start off by saying this video is not to tell you whether you should get the vaccine or not or anything like that. I just wanted to, just let you guys know my experience. You might be thinking about it, you might not be thinking about it, you might be on the fence, you might not know anybody who's gotten the vaccine. So I'm just here to provide my experience, okay? I'm not telling you what to do, because I just feel like everyone should, trust their own gut and make their own decision when it comes to getting the vaccine. So what I wanted to do is let you guys see how it went when I got my second dose of the vaccine. But first, just tell you a little bit about my experience getting the first dose, because I didn't record myself going to get the first dose. So getting the first dose of the vaccine was fairly nerve-wracking, just because, well, first let me give you the backstory, okay? When I was able to actually get the vaccine because I work PRN, which is as needed for some of you all who don't know, for a hospital. So I was able to qualify to get the vaccine because I am technically a hospital employee, okay? So when they first sent the email that said, okay, hey, you're an employee who's eligible to get the vaccine, I just kind of didn't know what to do, because the whole time that, this whole pandemic was going on, I was just one of those people who were like, oh my gosh, they have got to figure out something. Like, they got to figure out what to do with this, because we need this mess to be over with. I want to travel. I want to do things, I was that person saying they, the government and everybody else needed to figure it out, okay? But then once they figured out an option for us, which was, get this vaccine, I was kind of like, now hold up now. I don't know if that's what I wanted the option to be. Like, this is so quick. I don't know about this. So I really was the type to be like, I just don't know. Now, I don't usually have a problem getting any other type of vaccine. I do get the flu shot yearly, and it's required if you work. Well, I don't know about all hospitals, but most hospitals and anyone that I've worked for, it is usually required. So I'm not one of those types of people who just felt some type of way about a vaccine in general. It was just the fact that this vaccine came along so quickly that had me a little on edge, okay? So when they said, okay, you can get the vaccine, honestly, you guys, I waited quite a while. Like, I waited weeks and weeks, because I just was nervous about it, and I felt like I am the person who's being extra careful all the time anyway. Like, I still wipe down items from the store and grocery. I don't use my hands to open doors or anything, or to use the keypads on stuff when I go to the store. I have a pack of napkins in my car at all times, and wipes, sanitizer, all of that, okay? Like, I'm not touching gas pumps, I'm not touching card readers, not touching doors, anything like that. I wear my mask all the time. I don't go into anyone's house without wearing a mask and social distancing. Like, I'm one who is very cautious, okay? Like, I don't even go inside my mom's house. We wear masks, we visit on the outside, okay? So that's how it's going over here on my end. So I just felt like I've been fine throughout this whole pandemic situation, and I felt like I was overly careful, so I wasn't in a rush to make a decision. And like I said, I work PRN, which is as needed for the hospital. So fortunately for me, I wasn't just in the hospital all the time. And in fact, with me being PRN, I was someone who, when this stuff first started going on, like, it was very nerve-wracking pulling up to the hospital, having to get your temperature checked to even go in, and then the mask mandates and all that. So I was just like on edge, okay? But the surgical department that I was working with at the time, they were cutting back because surgeries had to stop. So therefore, I wasn't needed for quite a while during the pandemic. So I was just basically at home, like, you know, helping my son with his schooling and all of that. But I knew eventually I was going to get the call like, hey, I need you to do some work. And luckily for me, the work that I do have to go to the hospital's campus, but it's usually to drop off something or have quick meetings. The work that I'm helping to do, I can do from home. So with all of that being said, I just felt like I wasn't as high a risk as most employees who are in the hospital every day. So I was like, you know what? Let me wait. Let's give those employees a chance. The ones who have to be there every day, make sure all of them who want to get the shot can get the shot. Like, I definitely didn't want to hold up a space for somebody who really needed to be there. Like, I didn't want to get a shot before somebody who was going to be there every single day, you know, if that makes sense. So then once they sent the email and said that I was eligible, I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. While I think on it and do some more research, I'm going to let them get the shot, and then I'm going to see what happens to them. And then I'm going to decide if I want to get the shot. I mean, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. That's honestly how I felt. I was like, let me start see if they have some issues. And if they don't have issues and they make it, then I'll think about getting it. So yeah, I mean, I did research, read articles, and I asked a few friends. I asked one of my friends, and she was like, she works in the medical field. She wasn't ready to get it either. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just not feeling it right now. And we basically both agreed, like, okay, just go with your gut. Like, that's the best thing you could do. Go with your gut. And at the time, my gut was telling me it's just not the time yet. Okay. So after a few weeks went by, and after witnessing a few family members across a few different states, actually, watching them and hearing from them after they got both doses of the vaccines that they got. Some got Pfizer, some got Moderna. I was like, okay, I feel a little bit more comfortable and at ease. And I feel like this would be something good to do, just because as the weeks went by, I kept watching and hearing them say how important it was for people to get the vaccine to kind of bring the numbers down and get this thing under control. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do it. Now, I was very nervous when I went to get the first dose of the vaccine because, like I said, it's something new, and you know, I had just decided to go ahead and get it. My first tip would be to do as much research as you can before you get the vaccine so that most of your questions will be answered. And if for some reason your questions are not answered, my second tip is when you call to make an appointment for your vaccine, see if you can ask some of the questions over the phone, okay? And the third tip would be, if you're someone who gets anxious, has anxiety, or feel like you need to have all these questions answered, please try to get your vaccine somewhere that is not as crowded and it's not like a mass vaccination site or something like that, which I know for some people that's going to be the only option, okay? But I'm telling you now, if you can, if you're someone who is lucky enough to be able to maybe get it at a pharmacy or like a smaller doctor's office or clinic that might be offering it, if you're someone who has lots of questions or anxiety about getting it and you feel like you need questions answered, go somewhere that's smaller if you can, if that's an option for you. And I say that because I was still a little nervous, and when I got in there, it was like, it was on, okay? I had to get my vaccine in the employee health department, and you know, it was a steady stream of people in and out. So I thought that I was gonna have a minute to kind of process everything as soon as I checked in, but I did not, okay? It was like, go, 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 okay? Did I ever see a bottle of the Pfizer vaccine? No. Okay, I saw a syringe and a band-aid, and it was like, sit down, which arm do you want it in? It is your turn. Okay, they could have been giving me anything, I swear. Like, I didn't see it, I didn't read it, I didn't, you know, nothing. I just had to take their word. Okay, and I'm saying that to say, because that's what you're gonna have to do, especially if you go to like a mass vaccination site. You're not gonna see those vials that's telling you you're getting Pfizer or Moderna or anything like that. Okay, you're gonna have to, I'm sure it's gonna be prepared already, and you're just gonna have to be ready to get that vaccination. Now, for me, usually I probably would have flipped out and kind of been like, wait, hold up now. I don't even see what you're giving me. Like, this is new. Like, I need to see, because I'm the type, which I did get my questions answered, but it was after the fact, okay? But I'm the type, I want to see the bottle. I want to see what this is. I want to know the dosage. Like, how much of this are you giving me? Those sort of things. But it's going so quick, and there were so many people in and out that the nurse did not even have time to answer my questions. And she let me know she didn't have time to answer my questions at that, okay? So I was a little annoyed by that fact, I'm not gonna lie. But after thinking about it, I didn't even complain, just because once I thought about it, I was like, look, this lady is under stress, okay? There are people in and out of here getting this vaccine. And then you have to think about the timing. The vaccine cannot just be out sitting around for extended amounts of time. So they have no choice but to keep people moving. They need to get vaccine in arms and keep you going. So when you go to get your vaccine, it's not really going to be the time to ask 18 million questions and think about whether you want to do it. Like, you need to go in there knowing that you want to get it. And like I said, I felt comfortable even though I didn't see it or anything like that, because I got it from the hospital that I work at. And being someone who's PRN, who floats to different areas of the hospital, I've worked in employee health. I've given plenty of flu shots to employees and things, and I know we usually just get stuff prepared and have it laid out so that it's easier for us to do. When I give people flu shots in employee health, they don't see me draw that up either, because I have it prepared and in a cooler and waiting for them to just come straight on through and get their flu shots whenever it's time. So I already know their process, and I trust their process because, like I said, I work for them. But those are just some things that you will want to think about if you have to go to like a mass vaccination site or anything like that. You're going to have to just trust that what they're giving you is what they said they were going to give you, okay? So anyway, after that process happened, I got the vaccine, and then I went out to the front desk and had my questions answered. I was like, wait, hold on now. Like, I don't even know. Which one of these vaccines did I just get? Was it Pfizer? Was it Moderna? Like, what? And they were like, okay, you got the Pfizer vaccine. The dosage, I think, was 0.3. So, yeah. They answered my questions after the fact, gave me my little card and stuff. And from then on that day, I was just kind of monitoring, like, just thinking all day, like, okay, what do I feel like? How do I feel? You know? I will say that I did drink more water on that day. I definitely remember that than I did when I went to get the second dose. So I don't know if that had something to do with things that went on when I got the second dose. But anyway, the only thing I felt when I got the first dose, I mean, I felt a little soreness in my arm, but nothing major. The only thing I noticed that was different on the day that I got my first dose of the vaccine was I felt tired and ready to go to sleep at like 6:30 p.m. which is abnormal for me, because, you know, sometimes I get tired early, but usually if I get tired early, it's like 9:45, 10 o'clock type of, okay, now I'm tired. So by 6:30, I was like, I'm really sleepy. Like, I was out, and I was like, I have to go home and like go to sleep. So I went to sleep early that night, and that was it. Okay, so I was like, cool, first dose of this vaccine out of the way. Yes, good, okay. Fast forward to the day to get the second dose of the vaccine. Okay, you guys. So I was nervous, but I wasn't as nervous because it's like I did it before. But on the same hand, I was kind of like, I'm a little more nervous because I heard a lot of people say that the second dose had more side effects. So I knew that there was a potential to have side effects, but I was hoping that I would be one who didn't have side effects. So here is where I will insert some footage of, just some quick footage of me going to get the vaccine, And then like a few little updates throughout the day and the night, and then I'll come back and tell you everything else that happened after I stopped recording. Today is going to be just me bringing you guys with me as I get my second dose of the vaccine. I am actually getting the Pfizer vaccine for the second time. I figure I'll let you guys know my thoughts right now. So as of now, my thoughts are, I'm a little nervous about, you know, possible symptoms, like what it could be like for the rest of the day, if I'll feel any type of way, but not too nervous about it. And it's a really nice day, so I really don't want to be feeling under the weather because it's finally kind of warm, it's sunny, and I want to be able to enjoy the rest of the day. But anyway, let me get in here. Okay, you guys, so I just did it. I just got my second shot, so I feel fine right now, of course, but I'm going around to the gift shop. Alrighty, so I am done. I'm leaving out, and I had to wait a few minutes in there once I was done, of course, and also I just gave it a little extra time and browsed around the gift shop. So yes, I feel fine, and we'll see how it goes. They did let me know that if I wanted to, I could take some Tylenol or ibuprofen. She didn't recommend taking aspirin, so no aspirin, Tylenol or ibuprofen. And yeah, I'm ready to just see what the rest of the day will bring. The lady in the gift shop said that she had no side effects after her second shot, and she only asked me about it because she could see that I had my t-shirt that they give the employees once they get their second shot. So she was saying she had no symptoms, and yes, hopefully I'll be the same way. Okay, so I just wanted to check in. It's officially been 1 hour since I got my shot, and I feel fine. I'm at Hobby Lobby shopping, and yeah, it's going good. So far, so good. So it's 3 o'clock right now. It's been a few hours. I still feel fine. I haven't had to take any Tylenol, ibuprofen, anything like that. My arm still feels fine. Everything feels good. I'm just starting to feel a little tired, so I might take a quick nap. So I just wanted to check in. It's a little after 8 o'clock. I did take a nap earlier, but only for like an hour. I set an alarm because I had to get up. So yeah, I did a few things, you know, let my kid go and ride bikes and stuff like that. And yeah, I feel a little tired still. Yeah, so now, and it's not like I'm just like overly tired to the point where I feel like I'll just like, you know, like, oh my God, I need sleep. It's just normal, just kind of tired. Like, instead of moving around doing something, I'd rather just kind of lay down and chill out. I watch some TV and, you know, watching some YouTube videos on my phone and stuff like that. So it's really just you know, just a normal, feel like you just want to lay back and relax. But I do feel like I'll probably end up going to sleep a little bit earlier tonight. I don't know, I'll probably be asleep by 10 o'clock or something. Who knows? But yeah, so as of now, that's what's going on. I mean, I feel my arm a little bit. Okay, so excuse the look. Just took my earrings and stuff off because I'm about to take a shower, but I wanted to go ahead and look at my arm, take this band-aid off, see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's only like 8:43 at this point. Like, I just talked to y'all like 8 something, and when I say I'm so tired, it's like ridiculous. I'm like, let me just take a shower and get ready to go to bed now. Like, I'm thinking I might want to go to bed at like 10. No, I am like, I'm tired now. I don't know, it just feel like it's starting to kick in. I'm a little sleepy. And one thing I will say is I did notice whenever I took my long sleeve shirt off just now and I reached up, like it feels just a little sore under my left arm. So, you know, of course the arm itself, like right where you get the injection, feels a little sore, but it did feel a little sore under there. Like if I press it, it doesn't feel the same on the right side, but the left side I definitely do feel some soreness under my arm there. So I mean, but it's still not like a huge deal or anything like that, but it's just a little sore. Okay, so I'm gonna take this band-aid off and see, did it bleed, did it do anything, because I didn't look at it since then. And there's one little bitty spot of blood. Sorry if you guys are like freaked out by random stuff. Let's get a little closer. Yeah, I don't really see anything different. Like I said, it feels sore around it, but yeah, no biggie. Soreness around it and soreness right up under here under my arm. So it's the next day. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I know I look super rough. It was a rough night, okay? As you can see, I was pretty much fine throughout the day. I had a little bit of soreness in my arm, and as you saw in the clip, once it was time for me to take a shower and stuff, I noticed my underarm starting to get sore, but it was fine. I was just tired, and it was like, okay, just go to sleep. You know, you're tired, go to sleep like you did last time. But you guys, what happened was completely unexpected. I went to sleep and I woke up, looked at the time, it was 12:24 a.m. okay? I woke up, I had chills, I had a headache, like my head was like this just throbbing headache, and then I kept getting like a sharper pain like on the right side of my head, and I just felt achy all over, okay? Like my underarm was super sore, my back felt sore, my neck felt sore, my head was throbbing, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I feel bad. And so under any other normal circumstance, I would have been freaked out, but I knew that, okay, this must be happening. Like, oh my God, I'm really starting to get side effects from the vaccine. So I just tried to shake it off for a little while, tried to go back to sleep. I dozed off for a little bit. I woke back up and I was like dripping with sweat, okay? Like I woke up and I was like really hot and flustered, and I did like this, and it's like I could just feel the sweat on my arms and my legs. And I'm not usually one who sweats a lot. Like I'll sweat, but not like just dripping, leaking sweat type of sweat, you know? So I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm feeling so horrible and so out of whack, I'm gonna have to take something. So that's when I took the ibuprofen, went to sleep for a few hours. I woke back up and I was thinking, okay, you know, maybe I'm gonna be okay. I still feel pretty bad, but I feel like I can push through. Now, this was on Thursday morning by the time I woke up, okay? So I had to work. Now I'm working from home, so I thought, okay, you know, I can push through, I can do this. But you guys, just to get out of the bed to go to the restroom was like a lot. I was like, oh my God, like I don't even want to move from this spot. So my laptop was by my nightstand. I got it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it and just get up. It's almost time for me to do work. You guys, I clocked in and I only lasted an hour before I was like, I cannot. So, you know, I emailed the department I was working for and I'm like, look, clocked in, couldn't do it. I will take some more medicine and try to get back on at some point this afternoon. If not, I'm just gonna have to work tomorrow. That's why I let them know. They were like, okay, fine, you know, no problem, just feel better. So I took more ibuprofen and had to just sleep for a few hours. I got back up, I was able to work for a few hours. I had like little spurts of energy. It's like I really just felt like laying around, but then I'd be like, okay, I feel a little bit better. So let me go in here and make me something to eat real quick, or just do basic stuff. But by the time 5 o'clock came and I got back off of that computer, what happened, yeah, I worked from 8 to 9, and then I took some ibuprofen, went to sleep, woke back up a little, it was probably like right at 1 o'clock. So then I clocked in a little after 1 and worked from a little after 1 until 5 o'clock. So by the time 5 o'clock came, though, you guys, I was so tired just from literally sitting up in the bed, doing paperwork and making phone calls. I was exhausted, okay? So after that, I was like, okay, let me get some more rest. And really, you guys, it was just a matter of just feeling like a general sense of just blah, okay? The headache was gone, like the major headache. There was still like a slight headache, but the major headache was gone. But the body aches and the on and off like low grade fever and chills were just like a lot for me, okay? So I say all that to say I felt horrible for quite a few hours, but by the time, I really say, by the time early Friday morning hit, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little better. And I got up and then I moved around and I was like, you know what? Okay, like this is wearing off. I don't have a headache anymore. I'm not as sore. Like my arm is still a little sore right here under the arm, not on top of the arm. Well, if I press it. Now, I did want to let you guys know the underarm pain. I looked it up and I saw some articles that said like some people had issues with like swollen lymph nodes under their arms after their second dose of the vaccine. And even one more thing to look out for, I saw one article that said that there were quite a few women who ended up having mammograms like within days or weeks of getting the vaccine, and they were getting like calls back after their mammogram like something doesn't look right, you have all these swollen lymph nodes, like we need to do it again. And come to find out, it was because of their lymph nodes being swollen from getting the vaccine. So that's something to be aware of too, just in case you're gonna have a mammogram or anything like that in the near future after getting the vaccine. So yeah, so really it wasn't even a full 24 hours out of the first 48 hours where I felt really bad. So I say all that to say, even though I felt bad, even though I had a headache, even though I had, some issues with fever and had to take medicine, I really don't regret getting the vaccine. I feel like I was thinking to myself, like, gosh, if this is what it feels like to have any issues or anything near COVID, plus have a cough, plus have shortness of breath or anything like that, I was so thankful that I didn't have a cough or shortness of breath or anything like that added onto that. So it made me very thankful to have gotten the vaccine, because I was like, look, I'd rather take this temporary few hours of discomfort to avoid having those issues. Now, one thing I will say is now that I have the vaccine, not much is really going to change for me, just because, of course, I have a kid and my husband, and, they're not vaccinated or anything like that. And I just feel like, and I have other family, who some have the vaccine and then some don't. So it's kind of like nothing can really change, because even though I would probably feel a little bit more comfortable going to do some of the things that I haven't been doing since the pandemic, like going to get my nails done or anything like that. Like I have not gotten my nails done once since the pandemic. I just go by press-ons, So stuff like that I kind of miss going to do, or traveling or anything like that, getting the vaccine would make me feel a little more comfortable with traveling. Like I feel like right now, if I wanted to go out of state, I put on a mask, probably put on my face shield, take my normal precautions, and, travel and just be safe with it and follow, all the procedures that they say you should follow whenever you travel. But you guys, like, if everybody in my household is not vaccinated, I'm still not going to take but so many chances going out doing extra things, because they're still in basically a vulnerable state. Like, you know, I'm not going to just be like, as of right now, okay, let's all go travel somewhere, because, you know, just because things change for me, they technically haven't changed for everyone in my household. So right now, it's just a little more added comfort when I'm out and doing things. I feel good that hopefully I'm not spreading anything to anybody, and like I said, I wear masks and stuff, but not much is really going to change for me right now. I think we're going to find out today if the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will get the emergency use authorization or not. So, I mean, if it does, they say that's going to mean lots more people will have access to the vaccine and can potentially get the vaccine. So maybe once the Johnson & Johnson vaccine comes out, you know, more of the people that I'm around will be able to get the vaccine. But as of now, you know, we still have to worry about the little ones who don't have the vaccine, unless you're somebody who's out here single now. So if you haven't, you know, a lot of people in my age group aren't even eligible to get the vaccine right now. So, you know, luckily for me, like I said, I work for a hospital, I was able to qualify. But I mean, if not, like, it would probably be like a few more weeks before I would even qualify for the vaccine. So that's why I wanted to just put this video out, because I wanted people to just kind of know and hear how my experience was, just in case they're thinking about getting the vaccine, and just in case they're going to be eligible soon for the vaccine. So yeah, with all that being said, whew, I feel like I need some water. I've just been talking and talking and talking. But with all that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope it just gave you a little more insight into the world of getting both doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. And like I said, I got the Pfizer vaccine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out when I post another video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.